Hey guys, want to talk about the NiteCore P12 flashlight. Got this as a Christmas gift. Woohoo! You know, after lots of years of getting kind of lame-o presents, it's nice to get an awesome present. This was, I believe, on Amazon for $60. It's the P12, and it includes the weapon kit. So if you want to mount this to a rifle, and if you buy the flashlight itself, it's like $45. So it's not a horrible little deal, and it's a 950 lumen flashlight. I think it's 4 modes total, plus a few extra strobe modes, and great little thing. It takes 2 CR123 batteries. It comes with a little nylon holster, which we'll go over real quick. Just a Velcro loop there. Little, let's get on a frame here. Little D-ring in the back. Some more little ways to clip it on and all that with some Velcro. Nothing fantastic, but it's okay. Comes with a mount for your rifle, Picatinny. It's okay. It's not the best. I will probably replace this. I don't like it. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of big. It's kind of bulky. Has this big silver knob too. I don't want that. I don't like that silver. Plus, just the way it tightens too. It tightens. Be a couple of set screws on the side. It doesn't get as tight as it should, in my opinion. So, does it work? Yeah. Do I trust it? No, but whatever. If I replace it, it won't be in an immediate hurry. It's not. I did bring it out and test fire it once with this mount, and like I said, this thumb screw came loose a little bit, but I didn't tighten it down very hard because I only wanted it on for one shooting session. But it did pop a little loose, and I had to tighten it back up as I was shooting, so it's not the best. Comes with a pressure switch, tail cap, which works really good. It's got a really nice, hope you can hear that, click to it. Works great. Also has your on-off switch on the side, so you don't always have to use the pressure switch. And last but not least, what we have in here is the lanyard, one of those little anti-roll rings, which is pretty handy, a replacement back cap, and a couple of replacement O-rings, along with the Allen wrench to secure it. So those are your contents. Now we're going to talk about the actual flashlight. Okay, NiteCore boasts the usual, tough as nails flashlight for this. Says it's waterproof up to so far, shockproof to so far. Tough, cree LED, 950 lumens. It says 520 hours on the lowest setting, highest setting in the neighborhood of like a little over an hour. Well, this thing is insanely bright, guys. Let's just put it that way. It will knock your socks off. I mean, it's just insane. Your mode button is on the side, which lets you cycle through the modes. There's a very low kind of firefly mode, a medium, a high, and a super high. But you also, if you hold this in, will strobe. That will turn off, or you can strobe or do like an SOS, and I think there's one more, like a locator beacon. So it does have those options. It also has memory, so if you do turn it off, when you turn it back on, it will go to that same setting that you were at. And it also has memory for strobe. So if you are using this as a tactical light on your flashlight, you can use the strobe as memory, which is very handy. I find a lot of these flashlights for tactical use, they don't have that capability. And if it doesn't have a memory, it's something you may want to consider a single output flashlight for it, because who wants to cycle through your modes when you're under stress? So I do like that. There's also a function where you can hold in the buttons and it will kind of flash and tell you the voltage of the batteries, but I don't really find it too awful useful. The back, as you see, has these 2 areas where you can hook up the lanyard, rubber tail cap, which does not, so if you set it down flat, It really won't stand up, which I don't like. I wish it will, but not very stable. But you're not going to set off your cap by setting it down like that. It's got a smooth reflector on it. In the end, pretty decent. You know, I tested it for waterproof, no issues with waterproofing. The O-rings are in good shape. I put 2 CR123 batteries in it, but you can use the 18650s if you choose. Overall, you know, great little weapon light. You can also use it for EDC. This is small enough where you can put it in a pocket. You can, you know, fit in your jeans pocket, coat pocket, you know, throw it in your car. Very excellent size for everyday carry. A little big for a lot of people. You got to remember, a lot of people this is going to be way too big for them. But for someone who needs a light as part of their job, this is this is a fantastic option in that $45 price range, or $60 if you want the weapon mount kit. Couple things to note. If you put this thing in high mode, it gets hotter than a 3-pecker goat. It doesn't take long and that thing will be noticeably hot in your hand. And it also has a shutdown. If you leave this in the high mode, it will turn down to the lower mode after 3 minutes. So if you do leave it on high, it's going to turn itself down. Which is good, you know, because it does generate a lot of heat. I'm thinking that's pretty much about it. It's very simple. It's a good interface. It's very bright. You know, I do always appreciate a flashlight for me that has a firefly mode and a good range in between for whatever it is you're doing. And for me, it's also very important that a flashlight have a memory, especially if you're going to use it as a tactical flashlight. For me, this is great because I can set this thing on, if I bring it to work with me, I can set this on the firefly mode and turn it off, and then if I need to use it in my car, I'm not turning on a 950 lumen light, you know, in my car and, you know, possibly blinding people driving by. On the other hand, you know, I go home, slap this on the rifle, I can put it on strobe mode, and that's already set up. In which I can't remember if I did mention or not, but we will. This does also have momentary, just by pushing the button slightly. You don't need to, so you can do your own kind of like mini strobe with the momentary feature, which is very handy as well. Especially, like I said, if you are using it for a tactical application, just to do that little burst of bright light, you know, so you can kind of blind someone and have the advantage. So overall, I think it's a fantastic buy. NiteCore, I think, has an 18-month warranty. The big downside, of course, is these are made in China. They're not a USA-made product, but you're not going to get something like this, you know, made in the USA for under, you know, $100. So, you know, if you want to get something on a budget, you know, you're going to have to get it from China. But love the product, absolutely love it. I've been carrying it around, you know, for work and all that. And yeah, it's a bit big, it's a bit cumbersome, but, you know, it's winter. You know, I got a big winter coat on, so it fits nice in the winter coat. Took it to the range once. You know, I took this with me to my out-of-state trip and did a little shooting with it in another state with the rifle. I maybe like 100 or 150 rounds through it. It functioned no problem when it was on a rifle. It didn't blink or dim or do anything funky like that, so I'm pretty confident that it's strong enough to take some pretty good rifle fire. I didn't, you know, do any like crazy rapid fire full auto, but you know, I think I'm happy with its results. I'm happy with the quality, happy with everything on it. Really nice option, and really glad I was able to get this as a gift. It's really nice to have kind of a bigger EDC type flashlight that I can also mount onto a rifle.